Welcome, everyone. Today we're taking an in-depth look at RapportScore.ai. This tool was built specifically for B2B service providers, coaches, consultants, agencies, and small sales teams, typically up to 5 people. If you're a solo M&A advisor, a coach trying to improve client interactions, or a sales rep closing deals over Zoom, this platform is for you. Unlike enterprise conversation intelligence platforms that focus on compliance, RapportScore.ai delivers simple, affordable, high-impact feedback on how trustworthy, persuasive, and emotionally intelligent you sound. Throughout this training, we'll review every feature and discuss how to apply the insights to real-world sales conversations. Next, uploading and annotating a call. Let's start at the beginning. After logging in, click the Upload button in the top navigation. You can select a video or audio file you want to analyze, like from your Zoom or Google Meet accounts. We will be adding Zoom and Google Meet direct connection soon. During upload, you'll provide critical metadata, select the context, e.g., sales call, interview, training session, choose the desired outcome, such as closed deal, scheduled demo, or podcast interview, and identify the speakers. For each person, you can specify whether they're a rep, a coach, or a guest. This metadata tells the AI what to look for and who to evaluate. Accurate labels lead to better insights. Tip to customers. When uploading, take a moment to reflect on your goal for that conversation. Thinking deliberately about what the context and desired outcome of the call was will help you in the next step. When transcripts are ready, you can quickly identify who was each speaker. Are they on your team or their side? Set the key person being analyzed, and set your conversation type, context, and what you hope to get out of the call outcome. The analysis takes a while, and it will email them when it is ready. It can take 3 to 5 minutes for a 1-hour call. Next, we'll talk about navigating the session detail page. Once processing completes, you land on the session detail page. At the top, you'll see the call title and tag showing the context and outcome you set. A status badge indicates whether the analysis is complete. This dashboard is divided into several sections: trust and rapport analysis, AI insights and analysis, communication metrics, conversation flow, rapport moments, actionable insights, guest intelligence, and a coaching summary. Trust and rapport analysis. The first major section is the rapport score radar. This spider chart plots 7 trust-building dimensions: responsiveness, active listening, mirroring, emotional acknowledgement, curiosity, trust building, and engagement. A central overall score summarizes your performance. In our example, the score is 78, good, but there is room to grow. Hovering over each axis reveals details and specific comments. Below the chart, the system calls out your strongest dimension, for example, engagement at 88, and areas to focus on, perhaps mirroring at 68. As closers, understanding which dimensions correlate with your ICP is essential. For instance, solo consultants thrive when they ask open-ended questions, curiosity, and validate the buyer's feelings, emotional acknowledgement. The video player and transcript. Scroll down and you'll find an integrated video player on the left and a transcript on the right. The timeline above the player highlights the flow of the conversation, with color-coded indicators showing where important events occur. The transcript is speaker-labeled and time-stamped. Clicking on any sentence jumps the video to that moment. For teams with multiple reps or coaches, this makes it easy to pinpoint specific behaviors, such as how a rep handled an objection or whether they mirrored the buyer's language. Anywhere on the page you see a timestamp, clicking on it will load a video or audio player positioned to start at the timestamp. Next is the AI conversation deep dive analysis. This narrative summary is like having a professional note-taker plus a strategist on your team. It outlines 1. Main objectives of the call and whether they were achieved. 2. The overall outcome, describing how the conversation progressed and what commitments were made. 3. Key discussion points such as product demonstrations, pricing comparisons, ROI justification, or discovery questions. 4. Participant effectiveness for each speaker, highlighting strong questioning, clear value demonstration, or strategic adaptation. Use this summary to debrief quickly or to prepare for a team meeting. It ensures everyone focuses on the facts rather than subjective impressions. Behavioral profiles and team dynamics of your team. RapportScore.ai also builds behavioral profiles based on each participant's communication patterns. In the team behavioral profile section, you'll see the rep's DISC profile, social style matrix, conflict style, buying behavior, decision-making style, openness to influence, risk tolerance, rapport comfort, and energy type. For example, a rep might be a driver, D, with a competing conflict style and high energy. The AI then offers communication and relationship strategies tailored to this style, such as balancing directness with empathy or reinforcing value repeatedly to overcome commitment hesitations. Understanding your own tendencies helps you adapt consciously. Please be aware and make the customer aware that this is just how they showed up on the call, the persona they had on during that call. Next, communication metrics and deal hygiene. The communication metrics section quantifies your talk time habits. Filler words, how many or like fillers you used versus your average. Speaking speed, words per minute with an indication of whether you are too fast, too slow, or on target. Talk time, percentage of time you spoke compared with the buyer relative to a recommended range, usually 40-60%. Total words, number of words spoken in the call. Below that, the deal hygiene widget shows your talk-listen ratio and the commitment strength detected. In a sales call context, you ideally want the buyer speaking at least 40% of the time. This section immediately flags if you dominated the conversation and whether clear next steps were captured. Advanced communication insights. Scroll a bit further and you'll see advanced insights. Interruptions. Number of times you cut the other person off. Questions. Total questions asked, broken down into open-ended, closed, and probing. Pacing. Total silence time and meaningful pauses. Pace alignment. How closely your speaking speed matched the buyer's. Response timing. Average time it took you to respond. For closers who pride themselves on consultative selling, these metrics are invaluable. A good discovery call has more open-ended questions than closed ones, few interruptions, and sufficient pauses for reflection. Use these insights to coach yourself or your team. Now, rapport moments timeline and power dynamics. The rapport moments timeline visualizes the ebb and flow of rapport across the call. Each colored marker represents a moment when rapport increased or was at risk. Clicking a marker takes you directly to that point in the video and transcript. Underneath, you'll find a concise description of why rapport increased, perhaps because you validated the buyer's understanding, asked a strategic question, or showed transparency. This helps you replicate what worked and avoid what didn't. Right below, the Power Dynamics analysis measures the power balance score and displays the speaking time distribution. A balanced conversation fosters trust. If you find that you spoke 70% of the time, it's a cue to ask more questions and let the buyer speak. The turn-taking analysis provides additional detail such as total turns, average turn length, and speaking time percentage for each participant. Actionable insights and guest intelligence. RapportScore.ai turns analysis into action. Under Actionable Insights, you'll see the AI-generated next steps. This includes your team's tasks, for example, send detailed pricing proposal or identify and connect with decision maker, and deliverables to the buyer. Each item is labeled as a priority or immediate action. The Guest Intelligence section dives into the buyer's profile. It shows relationship status, new or existing, trust level, trust change, and a quick BANT qualification, budget, authority, need, and timeline. You'll see whether the buyer expresses need, whether they have the budget, their authority level, user versus decision maker, and how soon they plan to decide. This intelligence comes directly from your conversation. There's no guesswork. Objections detected during the call are summarized. Note that we have a major upgrade to this in R&D. Context-aware insights highlight items such as whether it's appropriate to attempt a close or if a follow-up strategy is ready. Finally, the next actions and follow-up strategy lists critical priority actions, along with medium priority and long-term items. For small teams, having a clear follow-up plan saves time and ensures nothing slips through the cracks. Buyer behavioral profile and relationship strategy. Clicking the buyer's name expands their behavioral profile. Similar to the rep's profile, it shows the buyer's disc style, social style, conflict style, buying behavior, decision-making style, openness to influence, risk tolerance, rapport comfort, and energy type. The communication strategy below offers advice such as maintain a calm and patient approach to build trust, use collaborative language, or allow time for internal discussions. These recommendations help you tailor your follow-up conversations to match the buyer's personality. Toward the end, we have coaching summary and continuous improvement. At the end of the report, you'll find the coaching summary. It's divided into what you did well, areas to improve, lowest hanging fruit, habits to address, and detailed coaching tips. Benchmark position shows your rapport score percentile relative to other users. Use these sections to create a deliberate practice plan. For instance, if your lowest hanging fruit is ask more open-ended questions, commit to starting every call with 3 discovery questions. Because RapportScore.ai aggregates data across your sessions, you can track improvement over time and share progress with your coach or manager. RapportScore.ai provides a comprehensive yet easy-to-navigate analysis that turns every conversation into a coaching opportunity. For our ICP, coaches, consultants, and small sales teams, the platform offers unbiased feedback, contextual next steps, and behavioral insights normally reserved for enterprise tools. Use the radar chart to identify strengths and weaknesses, the communication metrics to control the pace of your calls, the rapport timeline to study your highs and lows, and the guest intelligence to personalize your follow-up. With regular use, you'll build trust faster, sound more human, and close more deals. And that's just the analysis side. For leaders or coaches managing a small sales or service team, the Team Management tab gives you a high-level view of everyone's performance. The top of the page summarizes total calls analyzed, average rapport score, active team members, and an overall team performance metric. In our example, there are 62 calls analyzed across the team, an average rapport score of 83 and 2 active members out of 4 seats, yielding a team performance score of 82. Below, an activity and consistency panel shows how many team members have been active in the last week, total hours analyzed across the team, and whether members are consistently uploading sessions. This helps you quickly spot who might need encouragement to record more calls. The performance distribution chart plots each rep's communication score versus rapport score as a bubble. Color coding indicates whether a rep is excellent, green, good, yellow, fair, purple, or needs work, red. A note at the bottom reminds you that the top right quadrant, scores above 70 on both axes, contains your high performers, while the bottom left quadrant, 70, signals reps who may require additional coaching. Managers can immediately identify outliers and tailor coaching accordingly. The team members section lists each rep with their email, number of sessions, hours analyzed, average rapport and communication scores, and last active time. Icons indicate whether someone is a team lead and currently active. You can click on any member to view their sessions and drill into their individual reports. Buttons at the top allow you to refresh stats, export reports, or invite member. Finally, the team invitations list shows pending invites with the creation and last sent dates. This makes it easy to manage onboarding for new hires or contractors. For small teams, having all of this data in one dashboard means you're no longer guessing who needs help. You can see it at a glance and act quickly. Personalized coaching and gamification. The last pillar of RapportScore.ai is the coaching platform. After every analysis, the insights feed into a personalized development plan, so reps know exactly what to work on next. When you open the Coaching tab, you'll see a summary of your active plans, achievements, skill performance score, and a recommended next lesson. A button labeled Start Practice Session launches an AI-powered role-play where you can practice scenarios with voice-generated buyers. A quick focus summary highlights the top skills you're currently improving: rapport building, communication clarity, active listening, etc., with progress bars. Under Improvement Plans, each skill has its own development plan, listing measurable goals, timelines, and progress checkpoints. For example, the rapport building plan might set goals such as increasing mirroring by 30%, reducing interruptions, practicing active acknowledgement, and improving emotional resonance by 15 points. Communication clarity might ask you to reduce filler words by half and speak at an optimal pace. Other plans focus on active listening, curiosity and questioning, validation, mirroring, and emotional intelligence. Progress bars show how far you've come and what remains. Switch to the Progress Tracking tab, and you'll see a history of your scores for each skill with comments such as needs attention or good progress. Each entry includes the date, current score, and improvement percentage. This makes it easy to quantify improvement over weeks or months. RapportScore.ai turns improvement into a game. Achievements and badges celebrate milestones like Rapport Master, Empathy Expert, or Consistent Learner, each with points and dates. The belt system functions like martial arts or Six Sigma belts. Beginners start with a white belt and progress through higher levels as they complete lessons and meet performance targets. This gamification keeps learning fun and motivates reps to keep practicing. Leaders can track each rep's belt level and celebrate promotions during team meetings. For our ICP, small teams, solo consultants, and coaches, this coaching center is where the platform truly differentiates itself. Instead of handing your reps a report and hoping they improve, RapportScore.ai provides structured plans, on-demand lessons, and AI role play so they can practice specific behaviors. As a manager, you can see their progress, assign new plans, and watch their confidence grow. Conclusion and next steps. RapportScore.ai provides a comprehensive yet easy-to-navigate analysis that turns every conversation into a coaching opportunity. For our ICP, coaches, consultants, and small sales teams, the platform offers unbiased feedback, contextual next steps, and behavioral insights normally reserved for enterprise tools. Use the radar chart to identify strengths and weaknesses, the communication metrics to control the pace of your calls, the rapport timeline to study your highs and lows, the team dashboard to spot who needs support, and the coaching plans to guide your reps' growth. With regular use, you'll build trust faster, sound more human, and close more deals.